stop for lunch and eat. Yeah, did you like what I've ordered? Very, very random, but I eat this. Yeah, it's just what I like. I like random stuff. No, but anyway, where was I? About the failures. So I came to conclusion. I mean, I always kind of knew it, but this week, yeah, it proved the fact that the more I set kind of my own barriers and challenges and everything else, the higher is the likelihood to fail. And I was talking to my friend. You've seen on my like social media and stuff. She's been living here in Phuket for I think 8 years, and she really, I mean, you know, living in Thailand does change you. You sort of become a little bit more laid back, a bit slower. I mean, the weather doesn't help, but it's because of the environment. So you, like, I can tell when people just move here, just based on their mannerism, behavior, action, even how they walk or drive the car. Like, I can tell straight away people the people that just moved, or when they impatiently waiting for their order in a restaurant, you know. So I always, me and my friend, we always kind of banter. We were like, okay, so let's have a guess. Oh, hey, relaxing, you're back now. Sorry guys, I had to stop because I had to eat. And it's like 2 o'clock. That's really late for me usually, but I feel not so hungry today. I had so much food last night, so probably why. Yeah, so this is my first meal, by the way. As you know, I'm skipping breakfast, so I have lunch and dinner. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, I think living here is like changes you. So when I was feeling how I was feeling on Wednesday, you know, about sort of disappointed that I couldn't even, you know, achieve my own challenge. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hang on a second, let me just move this like this. Oops. Yeah, so I was talking to my friend who I think really got it nailed. The fact that, you know, the purpose in life is just to live. You know, it's not to get there and achieve this and you know, I'm kind of in two minds about it, because I think if you don't have aims and goals, that you're never going to get anywhere. You know, like if you want to reach certain things in life. Oh, hey, Victor. Hi, darling. Then you have to have aims and goals and deadlines and, you know. But then I look at my friend and she's so laid back, honestly. Like, she's got, you know, a big restaurant here. And a very successful restaurant where when she gets too busy, she switches off online orders. I'm like, wow, you know, if it was me, I'd be thinking, you know, fucking hell, what am I not maximizing? You know, I need more staff, I need more this, more that, you know, I need to make sure I can, you know, get the food to the clients, to the customers. And you know what she says? She's like, yeah, but, you know, it's just a headache. You know, I don't want to hire more staff. I don't want to train anymore. And I'm like, personally, I almost envy her sometimes, you know, of how laid back she is. And yeah, she could do better. And I always say to her that, you know, she needs to, when we have these kind of heart-to-heart discussions, I always say to her, I said, look, I said, you're missing opportunities. I said, you're so talented. You've got so many skills. You know, why you're not expanding? Why you're not opening the same restaurant if you are so successful with one branch, you know? But this is just my management and, you know, mind of how it works. I'm like, you know, you need to do this and then do this, open in Bangtao, open here, open there. You know, you for sure need to switch on your online orders. I said, you need to hire more, you need to have more management team. And she's like, fuck that. You know, And I'm thinking, you know, who's right? Am I right here or is she right here? So anyway, the reason I'm telling you all of this, because I realize that when do I feel the best is actually when I'm really relaxed and when I don't have all these aims and goals and, you know, plans and everything else. And also another thing that I realized, sometimes it just happens, you know, without me grafting. It's funny how it happens. It's like, I want to give you an example. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. So I wanted to join this gym, and it was really, they had a joining fee, and I was like, oh, this is a rip-off. I'm not paying that. So anyway, so I was manifesting. I was like, yeah, I don't mind paying the membership, the monthly membership. I said, but I ain't paying the joining fee because I might be here for just 1 month and then I'll go elsewhere, you know. So anyway, so I was moaning about it. I said, you know, why is it so expensive, blah, blah, blah. So 2 days ago, I joined it for free and didn't even pay for a monthly membership. Just joined for free. How I did that, it's another story. And it's not because of my success, it's because of my friend. But this is what I mean when I'm just relaxed and I was just like, yeah, whatever. It just happened. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Whereas when I sit at home and I be like, okay, I need to be here and there and I need to do this, nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. All I feel is just pissed. Let me read what people are saying. Hi dear, people go to Thailand for relax, not to stress like West. That's why they escape. Yeah, no, I agree and disagree. It doesn't apply to my friend because she moved here for business. She didn't move here to retire and to drive a bike barefoot and thinks that she lives in a la la land. That's not what she did. She relocated as a family with kids, husband, the whole shebang. So her situation is different. I think in general, totally agree with you that generally speaking, people do move here to relax. You know, I see a lot of digital nomads as well, people that work online, you know, I see a lot of them here, different caliber. Some LBH, your favorite, and then some successful people, so you get a mixed bag. But yeah, Thailand is a interesting place, you know. Very interesting place. Yeah, the people that you meet, I don't think you can meet them anywhere else in the world. But anyway, the purpose of my speech was that for me, for example, having too many goals and too many aims is just adds pressure, unnecessary pressure, because you don't need to have all of this. It's just going to happen anyway. If it, you know, I don't know if you believe in destiny or not. Sometimes I believe it, sometimes I don't. But yeah, I just think, and also going with the flow, which I still find very difficult. Like not knowing, you know, up until 2 years ago, I always knew, well, I knew 12 months in advance where I'm going to go on holiday, you know, working hours, events, promotional calendar, blah, 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 blah. You know, my life was always planned 12 months in advance. And then, you know, moving away from the corporate world and now living the life that I do now, you know, you don't know what you do next week, let alone 12 months in advance. So when people say to me, oh, you're going to be in Phuket in July, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be in Phuket next week. And I think there are advantages and disadvantages of this living. And I think a lot of people dream to live a life like this, but they just don't have enough balls to go and do it. This is my personal view. I see, I have a lot of friends in UK, and they can do it. They have successful businesses. Yes, maybe without their involvement, they're not going to be making millions a year, but they're still going to be making enough for them not to work and do whatever they want and live where they want. But they just don't have enough balls. And it's funny, every year I see them and they moan. They literally, it's like a deja vu. So they would come to Phuket, we would go for lunch, and they would be moaning about their miserable life in UK, miserable life in USA, miserable life in Australia. And I always say to them, I was like, but why are you not changing it? Like, why do you have to live in UK? You have a successful business. Yeah, your profit may be reduced if you're not there physically, like it always does when the leader is not there, but it's still gonna make money. So why are you not doing it? And they just don't have balls. So a lot of people they dream of this life. And I would say that more than 50% of people can actually live this life. But because of fear and everything else, and because, they look at their neighbors who's grafting 9 to 5 and they think, well, can I live a different life? Previously I always associated big money with hard work. Like it's almost you have to graft in order to get a paycheck. But now I don't think like that at all. It's like this morning I woke up and I had a payment from something that I did probably 2 years ago. It's just an online thing. And it was just like, came from nowhere. I already spent it though. I booked a facial at the end of this month. I'm going to do something, going to try this new thing. Hopefully that would make me look even more beautiful. Anyway, yeah, so I'm constantly seeing evidence that big money not always equals like hard work. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what you think, guys. What do you think? Because honestly, when I used to live and work in UK, yeah, I just felt in order for me to reach those KPIs, or to reach the quarterly bonus or blah blah, I have to sell a kidney basically. I used to laugh with my assistant when we used to get targets that I would be selling him to some Saudi people, so I can reach annual bonus for myself. It was a joke, of course, but this is what I mean. That's why I think it was engraved in my head, and I think from the childhood. No, like your parents always tells you, oh, if you're not gonna do well at school, you're gonna be a loser. If you're not gonna, go to university, you're not gonna have a good job. I mean, I know it's changed a lot now, a lot. Like the new generation, I almost I get blown away. I remember, I used to do a lot of recruitment, but back in the days where, I would need to hire different like caliber of people, different nationalities. Is because we had clients from all over the world, and some clients could not speak English. So my job was to ensure that we have like 20 languages in a business that could help and provide a service to all our guests. So anyway, and age as well. It had to be a very dynamic team. So, male, female, young, old. And it was so funny where I would have some people coming for interview, where they would work in British Airways, like crew members. And personally, I like British Airways, so I think their service is great, and yeah, I like them. I don't know what your experience like with their flights and stuff. So anyway, I've always had a good experience. So anyway, I had this lady coming for the interview who been working for BA, business class, serving these sort of clients, and she was so. How can I explain it? Not demanding. Oh, she was older. She was in her late 40s, I think. And I was thinking she should be sitting here demanding more money that I'm offering, like really because of what of her. Of course, my role is to cut the budget and hire people as cheap as possible. But I'm just thinking from her perspective. I'd be sitting here thinking, right, I want this because of this, and I can do this, and I have connections, and also she had a lot of rich clients, which of course then she can have her own black book and bring the clients to shop. So anyway, but she would be sat there at the interview, just being so humbled and so like not shy. She's obviously very, very confident, but not demanding. And then I would be interviewing someone who's looking for a summer job, like a 2-3 months, and they may be at Oxford. That was back in Oxfordshire in UK. So I used to employ a lot of students for summer and Christmas time, where they're 19, 20, have fuck all knowledge about client engagement, literally zero. They would come in to the interview, opening the door with their leg, sitting there and wanting me to pay just because they arrived there without doing anything. And I was like, wow, this is such a big difference. The person that I would think that should be demanding more because they have so much experience, because they are so good, are not doing it because they're older. And then the young ones, who's like, all they can do is actually dust the shelves and move hangers, want so much money, To be honest, I don't blame them. I envy them because I wish I was like that before. I'm better now, but before, you undervalue yourself and you're like, you think, maybe I don't have enough experience, or maybe I'm not, I don't know, pretty enough, young enough, skinny enough, whatever. But young people don't think like that. Honestly, like the new generation, I'm like, wow. And they literally, like the TikTok and all the social media, they earn money from, forgive my language, but from farting online. It's literally, this is how I would look at it. What have you got, Pepper? You feel you're changing as well, staying in Thailand in mentality. I do change, but I am very ambitious, so that would never go away. I change in a way I think I can get to where I want to get to. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, Pepe, if that makes sense. So whereas before I would be like, okay, I need to do this to get there, and then now I'm like, well, actually I don't need to do any of this. I can just get there straight away. Skip some of the steps. So yeah, I think it does. I think it does. I mean, I've moved around a lot. I've been around. It changes you, depends where you are, the environment, the people that you hang out with. Yeah, I even changed my accent. I hang out with Irish people, I sound Irish. Hang out with Americans, I sound American. So I think you do change, yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But anyway, I think, because I know based on statistics, my audience is between sort of 25 and 45. So it would be interesting to get your guys' views on what I've just said. If you agree, or if you came across in your businesses with this kind of, not attitude, but the way the younger people are and versus the older people, and that we older people, if I can class myself in that older category, we should be more like the young ones, but it is hard. It's like you're going against to what you've been taught, and told by your parents. So I don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. I want to say namaste. Oh, hey, Roman. What was shocking to me was seeing all these Gen Z kids on vertical live chats demanding shout-outs from content creators. A flood of them kept asking the same thing. It's an old demanding generation. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean, Roman. But it is the right thing to do. Nowadays, that is the right thing to do. You should be demanding. and not, not just accepting mediocre stuff. I mean, I'm always polite. Like, even when I order food here and something completely different arrives, I'm like, okay, thank you. I'll just eat that. Oh, Roman, your message was just retracted. Obviously, YouTube didn't like whatever you said in there, or considered it as a harmful message or something. Oh, thank you, Azul. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today live. Just touching the salt. Yeah, and let me know your opinions in the comments below. I would be very interested to read them and see what you guys think. Yeah, about how things changed in the world, nowadays. Plus, I think COVID changed a lot. People, people like, they don't want to socialize as much. I read online today something about the fact that there's more and more people prefer to train at home rather than, oh, hi, iMovie, to train at home versus training in the gym, because like they want to stay in their own shell. And I'm like, this is exactly what COVID did to us. So it's working online, so it's getting rid of all the offices for big corporation. Like, I mean, I don't blame them, it's saving on cost. I would be getting rid of all the offices too if I was in their boat. So I retracted it. I don't want to clutter your chat with paragraphs. Roman, but what you've said was interesting. I don't mind long comments. I mean, your comment wasn't long. Sometimes I get essays and I get bored reading it halfway through, so I don't read long messages. Yeah, I just don't. I'm just being honest, because it's just too long. I fall asleep. It's maybe because I'm impatient, so I can't get to the end of the message. Plus, if it's not interesting enough and not engaging, you lose me. If you didn't grab my attention in the first 60 seconds, I'm gone. Oh, you probably think I'm a pain in the fucking ass. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. I need to go to the gym, but then I feel too full to go to the gym. I might just go to the gym and just do steps, because it's too hot outside to do anything. How long are you planning to stay in Thailand? I don't know, darling. I think definitely until June. Definitely. What are we now? April. Yeah, April. And then see what happens. See what happens next. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, take care. Oh, one more thing. If you ever want to talk to me one-to-one, because I've had few messages, people saying, oh, can I talk to you face-to-face? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. You can, in the description below here, you would have the Calendly link. So you can book a call with me. If you press on that link, it explains to you everything. How to book it, how much it is, blah, blah, blah. So, if you ever need to chat, let me know. But I'm going to go now. And, speak to you next week. Bye.